So let's get divorced and you get out empty-handed. Hello everyone, this is KAHEVA, all knowledge of the world, head, heart, and soul. Korean Confucian culture teaches people to respect parents or leaders. So there's a proverb, you don't even step on the shadow of your parent and leader. Confucianism is quite two-faced. It is very conscious of other people's perspectives. So if somebody is next to them while waiting for the traffic light, Koreans don't cross the road when it's a red light. But if there's nobody, Koreans cross the road. People think that Korea's reputation around the world has been tarnished because of the declaration of martial law by President Yoon Suk-yeol. So no matter how high the leader is, Koreans do not forgive the president. Korea's President Yoon Suk-yeol was impeached and his presidency is suspended. It is over. In 6 months, it will end up with the Constitutional Court's dismissal and he will be living in the prison for treason. Today, I will talk about the culture of divorce and separation in Korea. Korea's breakup culture is scary. The person in the thumbnail was a high-ranking government official. However, he committed a cruel crime in the process of breaking up with a woman. To commit a cruel crime means you gave up your life because of your lover. He was sentenced to life in prison. KAHEVA once visited her uncle's house, who immigrated to the United States. My uncle divorced an American woman. The problem is that when I visited, my uncle's divorced ex-wife made some snacks and visited my uncle's house. Of course, there were children between my uncle and his ex-wife. In Korea, people rarely meet each other again once they get divorced. The reason is that they become enemies and broke up because they think it is better not to see their enemies. The reason is that before divorce, they fight with each other a lot, and very often they become enemies and divorce. The same goes for unmarried couples too. These days, it is less, but 20 years ago, divorce was one of the shame. So there were window couples. From the window view of the relatives, parents, and co-workers, they are a normal couple. But they have already separated. They sleep in separate bedrooms and no longer sleep together. They don't even talk to each other. Since they're afraid of social stigma, they're just not officially getting divorced and just living in the same house. They raise the young children, and when the children all grow up, they sign the divorce paper at the dusk of their life. This is because when parents divorce, children suffer mental damage. Even now, due to the influence of Confucianism, there are many window couples in Korea. The window couple do not interfere with each other's privacy. The United States and others do not see each other when they separate because the country is very wide. Korea has small land. So, if you divorce in Korea, people will never see each other again to establish social order. This is because when you get divorced and meet your ex-wife or ex-husband, the marriage culture becomes chaotic. That is why you completely remove the love and break up. That is to say, you become enemies and break up. And when you get old and die later, you don't even use the grave together. Some fathers will leave a will to his children saying, "When I die, don't share my grave with your mother who gave birth to you." Because in general, Koreans think that if a husband cheats, it is just his body that has left, and he will return to his wife and love his children. But if a wife has an affair, people think that she will abandon the children and even her soul will leave. Of course, here we're talking about things in general. I admit that there are mothers who love their children even after divorce. There are also many fathers who abandon their children when they divorce. In Korea, until 2009, a married person who slept with another person received criminal penalty from the government. So, in order not to get caught by that law, when the police officer entered the hotel room to arrest them red-handed, they claim that we were just holding each other's hands. Of course, the police would immediately take pictures of the naked people. The reason why the crime of adultery was abolished is because women received too much damage. When the man goes to a hotel with another woman and gets caught by his wife, he asks for forgiveness and begs for mercy. Then, instead of forgiving him, the wife abused the husband and lived together. But if a woman is caught by the police while sleeping with another man, she does not ask for forgiveness, nor does she receive forgiveness from her husband, because they think men only move their bodies when they have an affair. However, when a woman has an affair, it is considered that both her body and mind leave. So, the woman gets divorced with disadvantage. If the husband says that, I will let your relatives and neighbors know about your infidelity, so let's get divorced and you get out empty-handed. She had no choice but to suffer. Since the woman suffered a great loss, the crime of adultery was abolished. However, even now, those who commit violence and cheat on their spouse are at a disadvantage in civil trials. If you live together for about a decade, you have to split your property by half. And when you divorce because of violence and cheating, you lose at least 30 grand or more. So there are some cases where a woman tries to get more property during divorce. By upsetting her husband, inducing violence, she reports it to the police. Therefore, she receives a lot of property when getting divorced. If a father has a lot of wealth, but if he has 7 children across the United States, South Korea, and the Philippines, and if the genetic testing confirms that they are all his children, the property should be shared equally to all the children. If your child is a minor, you have to monthly pay for child support expense. Otherwise, the government will forcibly take out the man's property and give it to the children. The bottom line is that at present, women are in an advantageous position to divorce. So, Koreans make jokes. Korean women have suffered for 5,000 years. It is said that now is a good era to live as a woman. But people are quite conservative about divorce, and it is not easy. So, it is important to meet and love. But it is more important to break up. You have to break up well. There are many people who suffer from crime because they haven't learned the wisdom of breaking up. This is KAHEVA. See you in the next video. God bless you.